Hello YouTubers, long time no see. I'm sorry I haven't posted any videos recently. I've been quite a busy boy with work and other things, but I have been busy on the painting front. I just haven't got round to having the time to do any videos. So for those of you who are still there and care to follow what I'm doing, I'll give you a quick update on what has happened so far with my Napoleonics. First up though, I'll start with these guys. This is from Paul Alber, who's recently started posting on here, and he kindly sent me a package with these guys in. These are three that he's painted. He makes me pig sick. He not only paints beautiful 15mm figures, he paints beautiful 28mm stuff as well. So this is like some part of the command for the Nassau Regiment. I don't think they'll stand up. They are standing up. Well, and he sent me the rest of the unit. There we go. And these are all the voltigeurs and the sort of like grenadier type guys wearing the big coal packs. Lovely green uniform, really nice unit. Well, I've always dreamed of doing these. And some skirmishes. These are actually, I think these are French, but they're going to be painted up anyway. I think, no, they are Nassau's. They're going to be Nassau skirmishes anyway. So he sent me all of those, and he also sent me some Prussian Dragoons, I believe they are. I'm sure Fraser will point me out if I've got that wrong, but they are Prussian Dragoons. And some Prussian Hussars. Fantastic. Just killed the Nassau contingent. Some British artillery team firing. I won't get them out of the bags because I've got a lot of things to get through. And some 1806 Russians. Now, when he said, "Do you want these?" I thought, well, yeah. The early period Napoleonics doesn't seem to get much of a look in, so I'll just get one out to show you. If you're used to shakos, and these are Russians in with bicorns on. There you go, and they're beautiful little figures. And I've got a book on the Revolutionary Wars and uniforms of the Revolutionary Wars, so I'm actually going to have a go at these. Yeah, I've always wanted to do some Russians. So always thought of doing 1812, but I think, what the heck? I'll just, even if I never game with them, I think they'll make a nice collection and have something different to do. So those are all from Paul. Thank you very much, mate. Absolutely fantastic. I was overwhelmed. I just wasn't expecting that from you. It's just superb. It was really nice to get that. Next up, I've been doing some basing work on a unit I started quite a while back, and they are now finished basing. And these are my French artillery, a complete battery of French artillery. I'll show that. I'll just put them all out first to start with. And I don't think they'll all fit on the camera. There we go. Move them back a bit. Yeah, complete battery, howitzer on the end. So I'd done these quite a while back, but they just needed the basing. A little bit more work doing on the basing to finish them off. All the guns are detachable. I've put modelled little slots into the groundwork, so these will come off. There's a converted figure here that I've done. I've changed the head on him. Next one, I got the officer figure on this one. I apologise about the light now. There we go. These are all elite. Again, all the guns are detachable. The barrels are detachable as well. I actually could use these guns on a battery of 1815 French and just move the guns onto them, but I think in my games I just use these anyway. I prefer the early artillery uniforms, but I will do a battery of the 1815 stuff. But these I love. I think artillery is my favourite thing. I love doing artillery. But saying that, I haven't got around to doing some of the French Guard units yet, the Guard cavalry units, particularly my favourite red Dutch Lancers, 2nd Lancers are my favourite regiment. There we go. So that's a nice size battery to give the British, Prussians, Russians, Austrians, anyone who fancies a chance, the Emperor's daughters, to give them over a pounding. The other thing I got was got this on eBay, and let's take them out. And this is a Royal Horse Artillery limber. Got it for, I think it was about a tenner in the end or something like that. But you get the limber horses. These are Connoisseur figures by PG, Peter Gilder. So I had to have them. I really had to have these guys. It did come with some crew and they were a little bit ropey, the figures. I don't think they were the original ones that went with this. But all the parts are there, 6-pounder gun. So I'm going to put that on a separate base, which again the gun will be detachable, but I will do the limber team. I've got to get some elite outriders and 2 guys to ride on the caisson. I'm ready. That's might be my next thing to do after, as a bit of a break from doing infantry. So that was that. My Waterloo Guards battalion that I've been working on. I have got some of the figures put onto bases now that I started painting. I think I showed you them in the last video. This is the Grenadier Company on the end here, and I put a Fusilier on. These are all bases. I remember I'm still going to be using them. Once they're textured up you won't notice them, but yeah. Oh, that's the light company. Actually, you can't see in this light. You can see the green plumes. Stupid me. That is actually the light company, because they would be on the left of the battalion. Then on the right of the battalion, the Grenadier Company. I've done the 4 Grenadiers and again another solitary Fusilier. So that base is 3 more figures to go on that base, 3 more on both of those and they'll be finished. I've got another batch. This lot are almost finished. I've been painting these over the weekend when I've had some time. So there's another 6 or 7 figures there to go on, and one that I've finished. Just to get back into it, I painted up him and completely finished him. He's ready just to get back in the flow of doing them and using the sort of getting the colours to match the other guys I've already done. So there's that little dot done. The rest of this battalion are all undercoated and primed, ready to go. So I'll be knocking those out en masse. There's another one of the stands. This is one of the officers off there. There's 5 stands altogether, 40 figures. And there's the officer. Now, going next to this chap, this base, the standard drummer for this unit looks like that, which is acceptable. He's he's playing his drum. Wow, great. Right, I've got a 2-3 battalions of this set, so I decided I'd do a bit of surgery on him, and I have converted him over to the same figure, over to this guy. And I don't want to take him off his base if possible, so I'll just tilt the camera a bit. There we go. Now that is the same figure. I'm sorry, I've had to slap some paint on him, so he's looking a bit dark, but basically all I've done is I've carved the drumstick away from the drum, refilled the drum, taken his arm completely off at the shoulder, inserted a wire into the shoulder. I kept the hand sculpted on a finger, which you can see is pointing, and redid the swallow's nests for with the drummer's lace on them, and I've also turned his head by about 90 degrees, so he's now facing, so he's going to stand next to this officer here, pointing towards the oncoming French masses. So that's one I took a bit of time, but it was just basically a thin piece of wire pinned in, and then built it up with some green stuff, and then put a final coating of green stuff to put the texture of the uniform in and etch all the mark where all the lacing is. So that one you can't see much of him at the moment, you see, because he's Still got his base coats on, but when he's done, I'll show him when he's done on the base. So that is that. And finally, for the battalion, large base here, leave that guy, I have the officer. I've started by doing the horse for him. So yeah, again, excuse my fingers. Focus. Nope, it's not having any of it, so I'll leave it back down there. So yeah, he's got his face done, got the tunic now, done the tunic slightly lighter to show that the officers they may pay for their own uniforms, so they invariably the cloth was of a much better quality than the rank and file, and a slightly lighter, more of a scarlet look to it. It'll tone down a bit once I've got the gold on, and a little bit of lining in with the brown. But overly pleased with that, and the horse has come out more or less how I want it to. So the two standard bearers, ensigns will go either side, and I'll have 3 or 4 guys dotted around the base in front of him. And finally, I have the flags here. Beautiful flags from GMB. And these are the flags that will be being used for this battalion. It is the 3rd Battalion 1st Foot Guards. So they came in the post the other day, and most welcome they are. So that is that's what I've been up to, and what I am up to at the moment. I know a lot of you are doing this boot camp challenge or whatever it's called. Good luck to you. I just haven't got the time to do films. I admire you do videos every day. I just, I haven't got the time. So, right, that's about it. Next video hopefully will be a little bit sooner. I won't leave it so long next time. I've been rather busy as well because I do live in history as well. Victorian with the Die Hard company. We do late Victorian. So the other side of my painting desk, this is my painting desk here in a small area. This is the other half of my painting desk, which is the moment given over to restoring this set of 1888 Slade Wallace webbing, which I purchased, which has all got to be stripped down, back to the buff leather, restained, and then I shall let it go dirty again for Boer War. But yeah, all sorts of Victorianness knocking around on this bench. It does double up. That's me Lee Metford bayonet. That's the original one. Came out of someone's loft that they found, and they gave it. Well, I bought it off them. Yeah, quite a nice bayonet. That, quite pleased. That'll look good when it's in the frog. So that's the other thing I can do. Show you more of that. I know most of you are into wargaming anyway, so it's probably not to everyone's interest. But that's what I'm doing on the other half of my bench when I'm not painting. I'm cleaning kit and stuff like that. And oh, another purchase. I've got to show you this. I'm quite proud. This is my latest. Friend got me this. He knew I was desperate to get one. It's a Zulu shield. I've always wanted one of these, and we do Zulu War within the group, and we have trips over to South Africa quite a lot to do displays there. So yeah, when that came up, I thought, yeah, I'll have that. So I always wanted one, and now I've got one. It's quite an old one as well, so next thing to go with that is an Assegai and Knobkerrie. So yeah, quite pleased with that. So that's it. Oh yeah, the Emperor is looking over me, and that's my Great Uncle in the photograph next to him. But yeah, always been watched over by the Emperor and painted. So that's it for now, guys. Hope to see you all again soon, and look forward to seeing your videos as well. See you, bye.